Woodpeckers, welcome back. Welcome back to Wood and Whiskey Wednesday. I'm Steven. This is Shop. This is episode 30. In this episode, we're going to put together, more or less, the starting of a shadow box. It's taking me a little bit longer, so it's going to be broken down into 2 videos-ish. But it'll be good. I'm still trying not to be fat after Thanksgiving. Don't mind me, I'm a little wet. So I'm hydrating, but you can't start a video with that. What I will do, I got this Jack Daniel's single barrel. Good way to finish a run. Jog, don't die, walk. As always, first one's to you. Pre-workout in this, not a combination that I would suggest. Make better choices. But it's still good nonetheless. Enjoy what we put together. Woodpeckers, welcome back. This week, we are turning this into one of my favorite builds, a shadow box. Stay tuned. So we're back with the box. You see the bottom is not the same color yet. I've made a bunch of these different ones. I really like making them. Some of them are two-tone, you know, a dark brown and a light stain on the side. And those really, you know, come out good. This customer wanted it all black, so I went with the true black. I love the way it, you know, it comes out, and you can't see it, one, because of the sawdust that's currently on it. Choose the angle that you're on it. You can see the brown grain of the wood coming through the true black. I really like the way that the color on that, you know, pops out. Put a light coat of poly on top, whether it's, you know, the spray or the triple thick that I love going to. Made a complete episode on what I like to use for top coats. And the triple coat is what I normally go with. It's easy, it's quick, you almost can't mess it up. Squirrel the entire time. So I didn't like the way that the plexi sits. I really don't like ever mailing these out either. I've had more than my fair share go south in the mail. You can insure it, yes, absolutely. You'll get your monies back. Some companies are better than others to go through that process. I do have to mail it. Therein lies my problem, though. Good thing is she gave me more than enough time to sit back and think when I can, you know, make and edit a video for it. But 2, I'm changing up the design, not to anything that you would be able to see overall, more for structure. So underneath the chevrons, what I normally have is a strip that, because that's going to sit inside, and the other piece that lower flag will sit underneath. It has to be trimmed down so the plexi can sit on it. I normally end up having, you know, these just over 1/8 of an inch, just under 1/4 of an inch pieces left over, and that's what I normally sit inside the box. They're cut to the same size because they come from the same size, and I normally just, you know, glue it on, brad nail it on, and it sits. With the little extra time, I've been able to sit back and see what I could change on it. I threw in 2 different pieces of wood. No, this is not the police at my house. This is the emergency. I need you to subscribe and comment, please. That I don't normally. So the bottom piece is always there. And underneath the bottom piece is actually another full piece, which normally it's only this one little strip. So right underneath the guy line that I have, I put that little strip on it. The plexi or the glass will sit straight on it, no problems. Because I'm mailing it though, I wanted something more robust. So the bottom's easy. Throw a piece on there. Bottom chevron goes over and it overlaps perfect. The top, however, it's not that easy to hide. One, I have this piece that comes up and it's almost flush with this corner. It normally does give, I've got a 3/4 of an inch, which is what the wood is, that slides from here and barely nicks the top of here. So the flag or flag material, I'll get into that in a minute because I don't use American flags at the top anymore because I'd have to cut them up to make them sit in there perfect. One, I'm not spending $36 on, I'm not charging someone $36 for a flag that I'm gonna have to buy from, you know, a PX or online. Just either A, to cut it up so it can fit in the space, or B, you'll never see the entire thing anyways. So I use fabric. We'll get into that in either later on or in another video. But when I have it to where the glass sits to the top and this goes straight across, it's not an issue. I had to bevel this top one down so it fits underneath the chevron. It would look okay, you know, a little bit of it popping out the top, but I didn't want that. So then I also had to contend with the middle of the chevron no longer goes to the top of the, you see that dip? That's why I put it in there. Don't want that. So I just made some 45 degree cuts on this. It'll go in there. Again, I'm gonna have to, one, I've got to sand the outside ones down from 120 to 220 to 320, and then put the true black onto it as well. And I'm gonna hit, you know, the insides. You should never see these because the material, the flag will be right over, you know, all of it. But just in case, you know, years down the line it starts to drip with you know, settling in time, you'll never see it. The plan. So I've got a little bit more I got to do to this box. I'm so grateful that I have more than enough time to think outside the box. Dad joke for the night. And make some changes, and I think I'll incorporate you know, these 2 changes to every box that I do from now on. It really doesn't cost me any extra in material. It does allow for a little bit more strength, especially if I'm going to mail it. Gives you that more of a peace of mind than anything. I am digging the way that this is gonna come out. We're gonna do, oh yeah. We're gonna throw in lights. I don't charge extra for lights. They're relatively cheap. But I do like when people allow me to put them in there. It gives that little, wow factor to it. It makes the recipient, at least what I tell myself, is they feel like somebody went over the top for me. And it's not much, but how many people have shadow boxes that light up? Not many. It's becoming more and more frequent, but it doesn't take much, and it allows you to set yourself apart from your competitors. But it gives that recipient feeling of somebody actually cared enough to go over the top. They're $7. You're not going over the top, but it's given them that, look what I can do. I really shot. Or at least that's what I tell myself. Could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But after that, we're going to put down some blue felt and a NCO stripe. Going to go right through the middle. Already got the blues. I've already cut them. I've already sewn them. We're going to put some coins in there. Some little cutouts of the units and the dates of where this particular Marine went throughout their career. I don't know, I just like making shadow boxes. You get to see the full sense of the entire career of somebody. It's really nice. Now I'm gonna get back to it.
So friends, that's gonna do it. Little short video. A little long week. The next time we will saw, we will sand. We will sit, and I'll repeat. Bye, y'all.